Okay, well, this is my Fat Tire Ride Scoozy Vigo. And as you can see back there, there's no kickstand. Original kickstand broke. It was cast aluminum, but, you know, the cast aluminum is pretty much, you know, the modern equivalent of pop metal from back in the day. And I have to say that Jason at Ride Scoozy, I called on Friday. He said he'd have one mailed out. There was no questions asked. He didn't need to see a picture. He just went ahead and sent it out. And Tuesday morning it came, and I'm about ready to install it. And then I'll do a video about what I think of the bike. Here's the new kickstand, and he was also nice enough to send along one of those little small vials of blue Loctite. So, you know, this is the way that companies need to do business. And that's what happens when you deal with a smaller company. They seem like they're quick to get things turned around. You know, I had to wait on the bike for about a month. But, you know, I knew that was going to happen. You know, they were being shipped over. And right now, everybody and their dog wants a e-bike. So, you know, you're going to wait most of the time to get one. But, like I said, I'm going to install this, and then I'll do a video review. Okay, this is my Vigo Fat Tire. It's got the 750. True 750 motor, they say. And I got the 17.5 amp hour battery. For me, riding it so far, I'm not using the gears much. I'm just leaving it in 6th and using Power Assist 3. And I can get 40 miles out of it, and it'll still have 2 bars left on the battery. So I'm not thinking that's too bad. I'm sure there's people that are getting more, you know, but when you hit Assist 3, that's about the ideal speed for riding through the suburbs. You know, do I like riding faster? Oh, yeah, I do. But, you know, there's no need to do it. It really cuts down on your mileage. But, so far, I really like it. It's very comfortable. I got mine when they were offering a seat with it. It wasn't the Cloud 9 because of the COVID. They had quit putting, they didn't have any Cloud 9s to put on it. So they just threw another cheap Chinese seat on there. And, you know, no, it wasn't very good. So I replaced the seat like the next day. You know, I could tell, well, this thing ain't going to break in and it ain't going to feel good. And it was too small anyway. The one I got on there now is actually big enough that, you know, you can move around on it. You can position your butt in a different spot if you start getting a little bit sore. But I put 17 miles on it in one go, and it was fine. You know, good seat. Glad I got it. I'll do a close-up of it here in a little bit. I also put a bar end mirror on it, and you know, I just didn't feel comfortable riding a bike without being able to see what was coming up behind me, and I think it's a very important safety item. And then, you know, I put the bottle holder on it, and bought a nice stainless steel bottle that works really well. It'll keep stuff cold for a long time. I haven't tried anything hot in it, but I doubt if I ever will. You know, I got a coffee cup for that. But, you know, shocks so far work good. The disc brakes work excellent. You know, I see people doing, you know, saying, well, you know, hydraulics are better and stuff, but you know, for me, it's kind of like when you're a golfer, and I was, you're chasing the next thing, and you can wind up spending, a lot of money on stuff that's really not necessary. These brakes are more than adequate. They can slow you down in a hurry. But as I received this from Ride Goozy, they say, it's 95% put together. And it was easy to, put the stuff on, the handlebars. You got to, put them down into the neck and then adjust them to where you want and put the pedals on. And the thing that I found is that, even though the stuff was close, it did need some minor adjustment, but I expected that from the beginning. Had to adjust the rear disc brake, and I actually adjusted it by loosening the wire. It was that far off. His pull was getting too close to the handle grip for me. So wound up adjusting that, and the derailleur, it just needed a very minor adjustment to get the shifts smooth, to get it to shift smoothly. So it's a little dirty now. I've ridden it on a couple of dirt trails, and I ran it through the mud one time, and it was a lot worse than it is now. But it's a very capable bike. When I got it with the extra battery, it was $1,700, or the extra large battery, it was $1,700, which really isn't bad. And I think compared to the Rad, you're getting the fenders, your racks built in, bigger battery. So, you're getting it equipped how you're probably gonna put stuff on it anyway. You need fenders on these things. It's why any of them come without fenders is beyond me. But so cost is probably pretty close to the same. If I wouldn't have gotten the extra $200 for the battery, it would have been $1,500. $200 or $300 less. What is it? The equivalent step through Rad is like $11.99, $1,200. So you're gonna throw about $300 worth of stuff on it to get it to where you want it anyway. You got to have the fenders. And my belief is you need the fenders. But no, it's a very good bike, and great company. I called them on Friday about my broken kickstand and talked to Jason, and he said he'd get one out that afternoon. And here it is. It was Tuesday morning, and heard the bell ring, and it was dropped off at my door, and came with a one of the little tubes of Loctite. Very thoughtful. And so yeah, it's a well done, well thought out bike. But and the customer service, I got to say customer service before I go any further. I saw very good reviews on customer service on this bike, and my experience, I'm right there with a lot of the other reviews. Excellent customer service. There's really not that much more to say about it. It's a comfortable bike to ride. The reason I got it is I've got a bad left knee, and riding a regular bicycle, just wasn't in the cards anymore. So with the assist, you can put as much effort into it as you want. And riding it in 3, I'll still, try to grind my way up some hills after I loosen my knee up, and it's got me back on a bicycle. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing that are my age. When you get older, you don't want to give up riding a bike, but you can't ride a regular bike anymore. But Wow. One thing I was really surprised is I posted on a forum that I am a member of, and some of the hate, you know, it was just from regular bike riders, you know. The town I grew up in became like a Midwest bike mecca for a while. Big organizer of big rides, and they were your pretty stereotypical snooty bike shop, and it was just, I hated going in there. If you were going in there looking, like I went in there looking for a cruiser bike one time, and that guy looked like he wanted to be anywhere but helping me look at cruiser bikes, and so, I didn't buy a bike from him. Now, where I live at now, you couldn't ask for a better bike shop. They don't care if you bought it there or not. They'll service it. The seat I bought from them and a helmet, and they put the seat on for free. They answered all my questions. When I asked them if they'd service it, even if it's an electric bike, they said, yeah, heck yeah. And they sell some electric bikes too. So, they know a bit about them. And actually, it's mostly just a regular bike with a motor on it. So it's not that hard. Having electric problems on one of these, no, it wouldn't be much fun. But, most of them are, like part swaps. So yeah, the plug-ins are waterproof. They got little rings on them, and they click together nicely when you pull them apart and when you put them back together, and you can see the little O-ring on it. So, you got nice waterproof connections. So you got to swap a component out, like the display or the controller. It's not going to be that hard. And it'll get you on your way. The Bafang motor, those seem like they're pretty much bulletproof. And, I've seen where people have taken the rads that they say it's a 750, but it looks more like a 500. It's about half the size of the 750 motor. And, but they come in the same hub, so you can take the motor out and drop in a 750. And turn it into a true 750 if you have a rad and you're not liking the power on it. But, this one, I'm 200 pounds, and I live in a subdivision that's got a lot of hills. And so it's handy. And it does it well, and that's how I did, it's kind of half and half, uphill, downhill. It doesn't have much in the way of flat. There is some, but not a whole bunch. It's usually a hill of 1 degree or another with minor flats in between. But it's a pleasure to ride. It really is. It took me some getting used to, but it's a pretty short learning curve. It doesn't take long to do it. Well, the neighbor came by, and I had to talk with her for a while. Nice people, very good people. But, I'm almost done anyway. I'll show you what mirror I put on and what seat I put on. What is it? A Serifas HSS hybrid suspension system, but it's very comfortable. It's got the little dip in there to give you a little bit of comfort if you're a guy. And then, what is this? It's it's a bike mirror, and it's slightly blue to be non-glare or glare resistant. But I put a additional flashlight on 180 lumens to help out the 80 lumen headlight, and it does a good job. It's got a wider beam and reaches further out, so it's pretty nice. Well, they're bringing in the washer and dryer next door. It's a new house, so hey, that's my ride, Scoozy.